This episode did kind of ruffle a few feathers, okay? Let's beat this guy up. He's obviously a Disney lover. That dude loves anything the mouse is putting out. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Consider this a warning to all remaining Jedi. The days of the Republic are over, and your Jedi Order along with it. The Republic's era of sin and corruption ends with the birth of the Galactic Empire. Like lowly womp rats, you have scurried into each corner of the galaxy in search of refuge. But know this. The Empire will not stop until each reminder of your bygone era has been forgotten, and all of your people swiftly eradicated. There is nowhere left to run. Soon you shall fall, and the Empire will rise in your defeat. Long live the Empire.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Blore on Mandalore. Today we are breaking down the brand new episode of The Acolyte. This is episode 3, Destiny. No, this is not a pick of Destiny for you Tenacious D fans out there. Look, this episode has kind of split the fan base in two, if this show has already not split you guys up. It's a bit decisive. Okay, look, it has a lot of themes from the prequel era, and it also has a lot of the themes from the sequels. We aren't seeing a lot of original trilogy stuff here, which is already going to be something that the OT fans are going to be like, man, burn it to hell, give it some damn hatred. Because, I mean, look, we all know The Acolyte has been review bombed to all get out. Seriously, this show has not caught a break. I really don't think it's that bad, but this episode did kind of ruffle a few feathers, okay? Mainly because, well, Osha and May were of an immaculate birth. That we know of so far. So far. Guys, look, before I get into anything, please, just remember, we're on episode 3. We've got 5 more episodes left, okay? It can go anywhere. We don't know how they were created. We just know they were birthed from plucking threads in the Force. Now, is it possible that maybe Plagueis learnt of this immaculate birth from these witches? Most likely. That could actually be the reason. The main thing is we don't know. Now, before you go, hey, guys, let's beat this guy up. He's obviously a Disney lover. That dude loves anything the mouse is putting out. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't love everything. I don't love everything that the mouse puts out. But I will say, I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as what everyone's saying it is. Disney cuts the checks, people. The actual directors and the writers, they're the people who are creating all of this nonsense. Sure. Okay, you've got a couple of executive decisions. Like in Mandalorian, how they said, oh, well, actually, Grogu is one of our biggest moneymakers. Put them back together. Any of you Disney executives? You, buddy. Grogu should have been alone. I divert off actually what is important here. But the main thing is, look, there's only a select amount of times where, well, the executives are involved and Disney actually plays a role in everything that's going on with Star Wars. But they have the directors and the writers and producers and rudder to actually create what we're seeing. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy's getting a lot of flack for this because she is a very reactionary force. But it doesn't mean that this is bad. It really doesn't. Look, 5 takeaways. 5 takeaways from this, maybe even if I try to hit 5. First one, I love the scenery. This is giving me like old school Japanese samurai movie vibes. Okay, absolutely love it. Like that forest with the one tree that's sitting that Osha goes to and May always finds her there. Boing! That shit is so fire. It is so fire. It reminds me of my my world in Ark. Okay, if any of you have played Ark Survival, oh my god, I lost my words. Ark Survival Evolved, the Fjorda map. You've got the what is it? The Vanaheim. Maybe it's not Vanaheim. Anyways, it's the golden one, and you've got all of these trees. That's where you tame all the Shadow Mains. Any of you Ark fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like the most beautiful tree in these very thin pine wood forests. It is super samurai. Absolutely obsessed with it. Second one. Why the hell did they shave Kelnucker? Why did they shave his head and give him some tattoos? He looks like an off-brand Wookiee avatar, okay? I don't mind it. Maybe, you know, I was talking to Will of the Force, okay? Diamond Figs, if you knew him before. And, I mean, we both want to go to Kashyyyk, okay? Maybe we could get some high fades, all right? Who knows? But they've dripped out Kelnucker. I honestly, to be fair, I love his tattoos. But his head, the shaved head, kind of looks like one of those old Camel Ball gums. I don't know if you guys ever had those when you were younger, but it's like that brown nut sack, and then you bite into it, and it's got all that red-filled stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. I'll put it here. Boing. But that's great sound effects. Look, third thing that we take away. God, I'm getting so distracted every time. I love that this is from different perspectives. Absolutely love. Like, I always heard from, you know, Sam Witwer especially, but he's basically saying Star Wars is perspectives. It's about who's telling the story. You get to see the good people look even better here, and maybe the bad people look a little better on that side. But it's depending on the point of view that you're actually seeing the story from. This is just a massive extension of that, and seeing, I mean, really, where do the Jedi lie? We've never seen them in this era within live action before. So it's kind of like, it is really interesting to see, well, this is clearly the downfall of the Jedi. They absolutely didn't do a lot of things right. I think people glossed over a lot of the war crimes that they did within the Clone Wars. Like maybe we surrender, fire! War crime. It's a war crime. 4, absolutely love the character design. Like all of the I'm gonna call them Night Sisters, but the witches. All right, all of their attire in that ceremony was fucking fire flame. That shit was baller. They were dripped out like crazy, and that moon in the back when it was the whole eclipse. So sick. Absolutely. So, I mean, yeah, that backs kind of onto scenery with that last bit, but the costume design, the character design on fleek. 5, the 5th and final takeaway that we're going to see from this one, that I personally, loved or hated. So far, I don't like that it's an immaculate birth. I really don't. Mainly because it feels like it wants to take away from the epicness of Anakin Skywalker and his whole saga. It's the tragedy of Darth Vader, you know. Anakin was born in an immaculate way, created from the Force into Shmi. Yeah, the Force did its dirty work. But then they created Anakin, who was, obviously, Palpatine and Plagueis created him to be evil, but then the Force goes, no, balance. We can allow him to choose. So he kind of faltered in between the two, here and there. We see that on the Mortis arc. But, I don't want these guys, as much as I love them as characters, I think they're really cool as characters so far, I don't want them to take away from the epicness. That's not even a word, but it's going to be a word now. from how epic Anakin Skywalker's to Darth Vader's story truly is. That's just my one little gripe. But before we go into anything, even though I've been saying that for about 3 times before that, but before we go into anything serious, I want to say thank you, guys. I want to say thank you to everyone that has been liking, commenting, subscribing. My past couple of videos, I've gotten a couple more subscribers. I actually am not able to see the names. I wish I could, so I could call you out personally and just say thank you. I think I've got, like, at the moment of filming, I've got like 74 subscribers. Love you all. I love you all of the love you've been giving me. I've literally only gotten 1 hate comment. So, guys, success, great success. So I just quickly thank you. But look, when it comes to this episode as a whole, what would I rate it? I'd probably give it a 7. I'd give it a 7. Now, I know you guys are thinking, Jeremy, what the frick, frack, tic-tac, tic-tac are you talking about, boy? Look, I'll give it a 7, mainly because I think the story actually does make sense. Like, I mean, in line with the other two, it's there. It's real. Like, maybe the acting wasn't the best. Maybe they're kind of fucking up a storyline from later on. But we don't know if they're fucking it up. Honestly, so far, I think they're actually on the track to create something that is super special. There's a reason why they've hyped this up for so long. I mean, you've got to remember that. You've got to remember the years of advertising and marketing that these guys have been doing for the Acolyte, constantly pushing it. They released that they were going to do this years ago. With all of that, you have to think that they are going to try to make this like a flagship of the Disney Plus alongside The Mandalorian and such. Maybe we'll see a bunch of those characters pop up around the Disney World. Not that I've been. I want to go meet Mando one day. No, but like, you would hope that this kind of being the showrunner of Disney Plus right now, I mean, especially right now, but even in the past couple of months, that they would have a proper storyline. They actually, like, genuinely think about it for 2 seconds. But look, I will say, when it comes to May and Osha, they're not necessarily my favorite characters. I'm preferring a lot of the characters that are outside, right? Everyone loves Sol. Everyone loves Sol. So Sol aside, Kel Nucker really interests me. I mean, you get to see Jorgen and whatever his name is, dickhead who steams his shirt. Yeah, by the way, why'd you put that in there? Why'd you put that in there? You don't need a shirtless scene like that. He's not that ripped. He's actually quite skinny. You know, chuck him up. Make him a little more bulk. All right? Nothing against that, by the way. It's more just like, I feel like if you're going to do a shirtless scene, you're going to do like a Captain America. He's coming out of the like a Star-Lord. You know, and he's like super muscular, and you're like, damn, he was just shredded. From a gym perspective, I just wanted to see someone a little more muscular. Anyways, that's way beyond the point. I'm loving the characters that are on the outside and the stories that are associated with them. Like, instantly when I met, you know, I think, oh my God, I'm really bad with names, by the way, but Scar Eye Face, right? Who killed himself. Like, blew my mind straight away, just going, oh, why the hell is this guy taking a vow of silence for 10 years? 10-year vow of silence just to kill himself the moment she rocks up. What the hell did they do? Why is there a Wookiee who has, I mean, a Wookiee Jedi who we haven't seen for years and years and years and years and years, lock himself away into solitude on a desolate planet in what looks like an Aztec, maybe Easter Island head ship temple place? Sick. But, like, it's all that kind of stuff that's really intriguing me. And, I mean, you need May and Osha to be able to tell that kind of story. So I don't hate their characters, but again, you see why it's more interesting with the others. Mainly because it means more for the story later on. Instantly, we see Green Lady with the purple dots who has the whip lightsaber, who we saw in the trailer, she goes, oh, well, what are the politicians going to think? Instantly. Why the hell do you care? Why do you care? This is about the Jedi being Jedi. They're peacekeepers. They're like the bodyguards, the security force of the whole galaxy. Why do you care about what politicians think? You should be doing the right thing just to do the right thing. And then it comes up to what the fuck happened on that burning night. Because we got to see all of them rock up on this massive, massive celebration or ritual that was going on at the top of the hill. And then just for them to walk up and be like, oh, no, guys, everyone stop, Jedi. By the way, if you spend 2 more seconds, you could have had Osha in there as well. She said yes. You could have just done it. Just do it anyway. Give her those magical witch powers. Kind of upset me when they did that. Because I was like, I literally sat there and I was like, oh my God, you gave it to May by doing this one. Wait, let me just... Like, if you gave May those powers so quickly, oh God, it kind of actually put me on the edge of the seat. Maybe that's what it was intended to do. But it kind of put me on the edge of my seat because I was like, how are these Jedi walking in and disrupting this when you could have spent 2 more seconds to give Osha the power to be able to stop all of this and to create more of your legendary witch people that are apparently able to create immaculate birth? Beyond the point, the Jedi rock up there and they're just going, hey, by the way, knock, knock, knock. I think you got some children that we can abduct. And then they go, we don't. Kid comes out. Whoa, oh, what? What? You guys have kids? Oh, that's crazy. Give him. Give him to us. You know we have the right to do it. Give him to us. How do you not see the Jedi as evil in this situation? They're children. They're the only children of this whole village of women. Women only. Theoretically, if you were looking at just regular what the Force was able to do, you are not able to have 2 females to create life. You would need either immaculate birth, like what happened with May and Osha, or you would need a male there to be able to, chicka chicka boom boom. So why are they able to take these children away? Why do they have the right? Why is it that Jedi are automatically able to steal children? It's dark as hell. It's actually dark. Because something that we see as a kid, I remember as a kid being like, God, if I had these Jedi powers and I could just reach out with the Force and someone came up and they took me away and they'd be like, oh, you're training to be a Jedi. Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever. I get to lift rocks and play with a laser sword. We see it from the kid perspective. As a kid, you always want to be that Jedi. All right, maybe you want to be a Sith. Still a Force user. But now kind of seeing it as an adult, somewhat as an adult. I have a Star Wars YouTube channel and I collect figurines. But you kind of see it and you go, hey, whoa, stop right there. You're still children. They literally steal kids. Sol was like, I knew from a young age that I was different to the rest of them. So I just decided to go, brother, you are 4 years old. That's like saying to a 4-year-old, hey, do you want to get a tattoo? You want to get a tattoo? It's going to be permanently on you. And, yeah, I want a unicorn. Are you sure you want a unicorn? Are you sure you want to? It could be badass. But that's going to be with you forever. These guys are able to take kids and steal their innocence and turn them into these, brainwashed warriors. Maybe the Sith are actually onto something, but they're doing it the wrong way. And that's the kind of perspective that we're getting in the Acolyte, It's kind of, hey, look, by the way, this person, he's good. That person, he's bad. But then you tell another story and you go, oh, wait. No, but he only reacted to this. Oh, but then he actually... Oh, no. He started that with that person to that and that. Wild. Like, I could actually go on forever when it comes to stuff like that. But what I thought was so cool was at the end of everything, like, Osha, she'd been taken away by Sol. All right, Sol knowingly allowed a kid to fall into a lava pit. I mean, it looked like a lava pit. He let this kid die, May, obviously. Let May die, and then just goes, yeah, all right, I'm going to steal this kid. Hey, by the way, you know, we're all good. We're all good. You're fine. You know, we're going back to Coruscant. Don't worry about your family. You can't go back. They're all dead. I wonder how. Meanwhile, in the background, you've got that dude with the scar down his face. He didn't have that before. He didn't have that a couple of hours before. What the hell happened? Are we going to get like an Order 66 flashback when it's like... Why would they need to kill these witches? Yes, okay, you know, even the Dathomirian witches weren't that bad to Jedi. I mean, they were kind of bad after General Grievous, who brandished like 4 lightsabers, ran in there and, I'm gonna kill you all. That was the best General Grievous impression. Yeah, they were mean to him after and to Jedi after that, but before, I mean, it was kind of like a mutual respect. It was like, hey, you know, you do your thing, we do our thing, right? Like, you leave us here, we're just gonna go resurrect our aunties and sisters, and you go over there and abduct children. I mean, that's basically the relationship between the Dathomirians and the Jedi in the past. But now it's kind of just like, you know, what gives them the right as Jedi to be able to do this? How is it that no Grand Master knows about what happened? And if the Grand Masters knew what happened, why the hell aren't they doing anything about it? Now, we know at this time in the High Republic there are 3 Grand Masters, Yoda being one of them. Yoda outlasts this era. Yoda goes onwards and becomes the Grand Master of the Grand Republic. So what the hell happened so that Yoda wouldn't know about it? But maybe Yoda did know about this whole thing and the reason why Osha came into the Jedi Order at a later age, the same age as Anakin. Maybe the reason why Yoda isn't happy about Anakin joining into the Jedi Academy is because Osha was of the same age and so many bad things happened, and she also left. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It is a little bit of a setup. Like, if that really is what happened, then you just go, you could have done it better. You know what I mean? Like, you actually, there's so many other ways that you could have gone about that would have made so much more sense. Just, anyways. But maybe maybe Osha is the reason that Anakin isn't actually accepted into the Jedi like Osha was at the time. I don't necessarily think that the Jedi were more forgiving at that point. Yes, they wanted to steal as many children as possible, but it doesn't mean that they would have accepted them into the Order, even though they have that Force ability. You know, I mean, even May, they didn't want May at all. They knew that Osha was lying. May, they obviously knew she was lying, but they just let her go. It's weird. It's really weird. I'm really keen to see where this plays out. I hope we get an explanation about how he got his scar going down his face. Like, not only is that one of the coolest scars, but like, it's so interesting to see what the hell could have happened to the Jedi that allows them to be able to treat other people like this and to do the kind of bad things that they are doing and they have been doing. So like, it's a lot of questions. It's a lot of things to ask, kind of like what's going to happen in the next couple of episodes, if not towards the end of the season. It might be something that they're kind of like holding on to, like special cards up their sleeves going, hey, by the way, look what happened on that same night that you learnt about on episode 3. Meh, 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 meh. You know. Let's go into a couple of theories about what I think could be next for the Acolyte. All right. Everyone has been saying Soul is going to be that Sith toothy face guy, as Connor says from Beyond the Dune Sea. I don't think that Soul is going to be that master. Like, I mean, besides the point of in the trailer him actually seeing and fighting that master, like the actual like toothy face guy, you get to see them fight. So I really don't think that's him. I'd be curious to see what it is. I really do think that, I mean, I saw this on Retney's Holocron. Check out their page. They're so cool. But on Retney's Holocron, they said about how the Sith Toothy Face guy was the one who helped create the Immaculate Birth with the Night Sister, like the mother of Osha. Look, yes. I don't think that's the case. I think that was what I think is that might be a failed experiment by Plagueis, and that this Toothy guy is going to be an offshoot of Plagueis. Like it's kind of like Dooku and Asajj, or how they want to take over Palpatine, and they'll rule together. You know, the rule of two. But I don't think that this Toothy Face guy, he's actually doing anything important when it comes to earlier on. I think he is, I mean, he obviously has to be the main reason. But who is he? Who is he? Personally, I don't think he's any of the Jedi that we've seen. This might be, hear me out, this might be either Plagueis or a younger version of Palpatine. Who knows? Who knows? It's episode 3. Look, am I calling absolute bullshit on myself? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say I'm most likely wrong when it comes to that, because this is going in completely different directions to what I thought it would. Who knew when the Acolyte was going to be released that we were going to have a similar story to what Anakin was with the Immaculate Birth? I mean, I didn't. Who could have thought of that? Who could have thought of that? In the next couple of episodes, what do I want to see? Well, I mean, I want to see that night. I absolutely want to see that night. That big fire, you know. What caused it to kind of kill everything if the Jedi really weren't involved? They were fucking involved. But if the Jedi really weren't involved, what caused it all? What stoked the fire? Why were the Jedi there on that night? How did they know everything that was going on? Sure, it's so easy to be like, oh, we saw the flames in the distance and we came over to check because we thought that Osha wasn't going to be safe. It's a bit of a cop-out. Give them a reason. Give them something. You know what I mean? Give them something like, oh, yeah, we were spying because we were just going to try to turn May in the night. Or like we were going to try to kill May so that Osha comes with us. Or we're going to make you guys all seem bad. Something like that. Give us a little bit more of a meaty, juicy response. Other than that, yeah, Kel Nak are fighting like crazy. What they've done is they have actually spoiled us. They've said, hey, look, guys, and I mean spoiled as in like you wake up Christmas morning and you got a whole bunch of Christmas presents under the tree. But they said that they have basically spoiled us and they've given us a Duel of the Fates level fight. It's a bit hard to say that's actually going to happen, mainly because, I mean, I saw this thing with Jerry Seinfeld and he's like, look, the hardest times and the most unenjoyable times for me to be as a stand-up is when people say this is the funniest comedian in the world, this is his best set ever, because you're just creating unreal expectations. The moment you slightly falter, people give up. It's a lot of what Star Wars is lately. You know, they go, oh, this is going to be the best, and then you get a couple of YouTubers like myself going, by the way, the Mandalorian's going to come back and he's going to have 2 lightsabers, 5 pistols, 2 jetpacks, and then a dick pack. And then everyone's going to be like, wow. And then the moment you don't get that, I mean, everyone knows that he's got a dick pack. But the moment you notice that it doesn't have that, then you go, oh, that's shit. Burn it. Purge it with fire. You know, it's not a very fair thing. So, look, to finish up, I know I really didn't finish my point there, but let's just finish this up. Let's finish this up because I'm excited for the next episode. I'm excited to see where this goes. It actually does make sense, right? Yes, the story of Shmi and Osha's mum is very similar, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe these are the lessons that sow the seeds for Anakin to be created later on. Maybe Plagueis learnt a lot from these people. Maybe, just maybe, the witches or Osha's family are the reason we get the prequels and the originals as they are when we see them. I mean, it could actually work out that way. This is meant to be the start. I hope, personally, that they go down a bit more of a path of Jedi Survivor. In Jedi Survivor, we got a little bit of the High Republic. You know, some of that juicy, but we're Jedi. We do things just because it's good and we need to be good. We are upholding this standard of the police force, right? I hope we get a little bit more of that because I think that was a little softer. These guys are just too official. They're too branded. It is very much like an empire again. So I hope that we get a little more explanation. I'm holding out hope, and I hope you guys do too. Because, I mean, it's no fun to hate on Star Wars. Like, why do you watch it and then just go... Like, it's actually grow up, you know? And for the person out there who said, I don't know Star Wars, you hurt my feelings. But I still love you, and I'm going to forgive you. Because you are worthy, and I love you. No, but I really hope that people, you know, like him or her, I don't know who it was, but you start to appreciate what is actually being given. I know that if George Lucas wasn't actually in charge, we wouldn't have as much content as we are having now. Is that muddying the waters? Sure. But the Acolyte has already stepped into good directions. We've had proper sets, we've had cool character design, we've had a background, like an actual lore study. And, you know, it's not just a serial. It's not an adventure of the week. This is a proper story that they could have actually turned into a really good movie as well. I'm grateful for everything that we've been given lately. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching. And look, next week, I'll see you back and hopefully it's better. Holy shit, guys. I nearly forgot the fan segment. Look, and the thing is, I'm even having my cargo pants on. They're a little bit dirty because I've been running around in the muck and mud all day. Now, I bet you're wondering, what kind of freight are you carrying in your cargo shorts? Well, my phone! Whoa, yeah. So, guys, I think it's, honestly, for me, it's Wednesdays because Wednesday 10 a.m. in Australia is when the Acolyte comes out. So I'll put it like a little bit earlier on the Wednesday. But every Wednesday, I will be putting out on my Instagram a fan segment. So go on over there, check it out. It's going to be on my story. All right, so just respond to my story if you ever want to get in touch with me or if you want to just like talk about what's going on. This week, because it is a little bit more controversial, I said, you know, do you have any questions? What did you like? What did you hate? Let me know. And guys, I got some beautiful responses. First of all, we have Star Wars Nerd 00. He says, definitely will be late and we'll probably see more, but I hope we see Kelnucka more this episode. I'm pretty sure he was saying that just in case so he could get a response in before he saw it. Look, we saw a good bit of Kelnucka, but not as much Kelnucka as Kel wanted to, huh? Yeah, I'm keen to see how they explore him more and kind of go, oh, well, you know, where's the Wookiee? Where's the Wookiee Jedi gonna go? But yeah, you know, 100%. I'm with you on that one because I love me some Wookiee. I love me some Wookiee. But I also love me some Jedi. Some Jedi Wookiee. I'm trying to... My nose is itchy. Okay. Next one from Star Wars Sith 66. The guy who gave me my first break in this channel. Seriously, you're the GOAT, man. You're the GOAT. Always going to love that guy. The hardest worker the hardest worker on Star Wars YouTube or even Instagram, whatever. He just works non-stop. I don't know how he does it. I really don't know how he keeps up with everything. But he said, did you catch Torben? That's the name! Brother, I'm so bad at names. I'm so bad at names. Faces? Man, give it to me any day. I'd be able to name everyone off of their face. Well, not actually name them. But I'd be able to tell everyone, because, oh yeah, he was there. Oh man, I'm so bad with names. Thank you for coming in clutch. Did you catch Torben at the end on the ship when Osha woke up and was all scarred? You caught it as well. Now, I didn't even catch this the first time. My roommate actually said to me, he goes, dude, look at that. And I was like, damn, boy, how the hell do you find that? I was literally too focused on Kelnucker's tattoos and his camel ball head. Dude, insane how you can pick stuff like that. Like, I actually need to do a double check of the whole episode before I can catch things like that. Yeah, man, wild. I really hope they explain that. Like, I know it's going to be so dark. He literally killed himself on purpose. Like, he just goes, yeah, voluntarily, hey, I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah. I like his character so far. He does look like a little bit of a dweeb. Like, they've put a beard on a teenager, like a young teenager, and it feels a bit awkward. Doesn't have a beard like you, bro. All right, next one. We have Tales from Peridia. Really fucking awesome account. You gotta check him out. He's so cool. Like, he actually has some of the best takes. And I've got to say, he's a good friend of the show. He may or may not be Star Wars Nerd 00, but all I'm going to say is I haven't seen them both in the room at the same time. He said, still going in with an open mind, but very low expectations now. Interesting. Look, I'm also going in with an open mind. An open mind to the fact that this actually might be some really fucking juicy Star Wars. Really juicy. I love that Leslie is a fan. So I hope that maybe that translates a little better. But I'm going to go back to the video. I'm sorry. And you know, the thing is, if this doesn't look the same, it's because I packed up my whole damn set. And I was about to go to bed. You know, little... I was about to go to little bye-byes. And then I realized I was walking and I was like, oh, the fans need me. I literally did exactly that. But guys, yeah, let me take you back to one of the best dudes that I know. Jeremy Bloor. I really do have my fingers crossed. But I love you all. Thank you so much for being badass, coconut crazy Mandalorians. All right, you little cuckoo crazy coconut people. Love you all. You are the goats. That's GOATS. Great on attention time. Suckalugala. That's exactly what it is. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.